What's going on, everybody? It's Ice. Today I just wanted to take a quick run through of what it's like to be in the average skill-based matchmaking lobby when you have around a 2KD. I know over the last year we've heard a lot about the whole skill-based matchmaking being like the worst thing ever. So I wanted to kind of run through that. So this is going to be my first game on, no warm-ups, no nothing. I'm just going to hop straight in. So here's some of the stats that I have. The 2.27 eliminations per and the 1.92 actual KD. Real quick before we get into it, I just wanted to highlight some things to look out for. So the first thing is going to be the guns. Without even double checking the video, I can all but guarantee everybody's going to be using the 74U, the FFAR, the Krig, maybe the XM4 or the Bullfrog or KSP, like the slightly off-meta stuff. But everybody's going to be using like the faster killing stuff. They're all going to have the right attachments. So like Raider stock airborne elastic wrap, the speed grips for the subs, and the recoil grips for the recoil control grips for the ARs. And most people in the game are probably going to be pretty good at like guessing where I'm at. So there's not going to be a whole lot of times where I get behind somebody and shoot them in the back. I think it happens to me like 3 times. One because of spawns, one because of picking left or right, going through a doorway, and the last one is I get pushed out by nade and get forced into like 3 people, and I didn't stand a chance. And then the other thing to look out for is just going to be like I'm always looking where I'm expecting people to be and not necessarily just where I'm running. So like a lot of people, if they're going somewhere, they just look directly at where they want to be rather than where they expect people to come from. And that's the last real major difference between somebody with like a 1 and a 1.5. A 1.5 and a 2 is just going to be really like better movement, slide cancels, jumps, and just shooting straighter. That one's a little bit more difficult, but that first jump's not so bad. But I think that's a good measure of what you can expect. And if you want to know more about like how skill-based matchmaking works in general, like obviously I'm not playing people with 2s, I would go to Exclusive Aces video. I'll link it in the description below. And enjoy the game. Okay, so it looks like the first one's going to be on some Crossroads Strike hardpoint. I'm actually going to edit out the time there. The first terrible thing that you can kind of expect with this level is the matchmaking takes quite a bit longer. I mean, it's not terrible, it's like a minute and a half, but it's still just, you know, annoying when you realize how much shorter it is when you have bad games.
Capture the objective. Hardpoint
So like I
located.
said, we're not doing any warm-up here, we're just hopping straight into it, so expect me to be terrible. Going straight for spawns off the rip. You make them.
Hardpoint locked down. We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down. Hardpoint contested. We've lost the hardpoint.
Interesting. Must have jumped off. Yeah, top guy. Another thing we can expect is most of the high-level people are going to be on the other team. Usually, it doesn't look like we actually got that this time. We have the boosted level 1000, so that's something, I guess.
Hardpoint contested. We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint locked down.
Once you get here, it's more about map control. So, for example, our team's pushed up too far, so they're going to be spawning behind us probably.
We're taking
Which is
control.
not what you want when you have 20 seconds left on the hill still. Gotta find an off spot. Seeing where your teammates are looking instead. I'm just gonna take all the hill time because I actually care about winning the
Hardpoint
game.
located. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint. Hardpoint is secure.
All the armor available.
Hardpoint
We're
lost.
actually having a pretty good one for the first game in. Not gonna lie. It's not normally quite this. But I'm sure it'll
Hardpoint
bounce.
locked down.
I've been kind of having my way a little bit with rotations and such.
Hardpoint contested. Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint locked down. Contesting hardpoint.
No way.
We've lost the hardpoint.
Headshots, love that.
Hardpoint located. Hostiles have the hardpoint. Hostiles pipeline established overhead. Hardpoint is secure.
I didn't want to slide that door out. I wanted to get behind it. Side. He got caught. Wonderful.
We've lost the hardpoint. Hardpoint is
Trying to wait for him
secure.
to repeak.
We've lost
Yeah,
the
so
hardpoint.
this is actually not too
Hardpoint identified.
misleading. This is pretty similar to how it is.
Hardpoint is secure.
Just a lot of positioning type fights and
Oh my god.
raging occasionally. Because the thing is with the skill-based matchmaking, yeah, it's annoying because you're not playing the average dude, you're playing people that are slightly,
Hardpoint lost.
you know, coherent, but
Enemy spy plane inbound.
it's not like I have a 2 KD and I'm playing everybody with 2 KDs, because then obviously we're just going to go back to a 1. Instead, it's more of on a spectrum.
Hardpoint locked down.
So, if I have a 2 KD, the average KD of the lobby is going to be probably closer to like 1.5 KD rather than, you know, 1. It's not going to be a 2,
Contesting hardpoint.
but they will be better than, you know, previously.
Hardpoint lost. Hardpoint located. Hardpoint is secure.
And honestly, if you're at this level, typically you're going to care more about actually trying to win and compete, so you're going to like that a little bit. I mean, I don't really enjoy it, but it's definitely not the worst thing in the world to play people that are actually decent at the game.
Launch.
A little bit more of a challenge.
Contesting hardpoint.
You
Yeah,
have
so now
armor
I'm
available.
screwing my team. Probably should save this for the next one, but well.
Отлично. Спецназ, you're pulling ahead. Pipeline established overhead. Hardpoint located. Hostiles have captured the hardpoint.
That's my favorite thing to do in the world. When you 180 sub 80, that's just chef's kiss. Love it. Okay, so we will save the kill streak for the big one out in the open. That way, the only person that's going to be able to survive
Hardpoint
is
is
me.
secure.
My team. I can't hit shots right now. The whole first game on thing kind of biting me. Probably could have gotten away with warming up just a smidge.
Hardpoint contested.
Okay, so we
We've
got the
lost
good
the
side.
hardpoint.
And maybe not for when I have to beat it out, though. Oh well.
Hostile spy plane established
Okay,
overhead.
so I'll go ahead and call it in. That way I have it in for when it
Hardpoint
pops.
is
The
secure.
new one.
Hardpoint
Make
identified.
sure nobody's in position. Nobody's
Hardpoint
already
locked
on
down.
it. See, that guy would have screwed my team a little bit. Dude in the window has got to go. If I shoot it, he won't challenge it. And now they're in our side, so they're probably going to flip over. Sometimes what you can do is just not shoot the people that are trying to shoot you, because as soon as they run out of rockets, they kind of just have to let it go. But I'm not going to allow that this time, I don't think. Multiple, it appears.
I've died 3 times.
Died 3 times, it's going to keep happening. It stays in the air for a long time, even if you're trying to shoot it down, so there's honestly no point. You'd better off just hiding.
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint locked
Especially
down.
since it's the first game on, I'm not really doing anything exceptional. Really the only differences are gonna be like natural centering, so like I'm running up the stairs, so I have my sights pointed up a little bit, rotating in
Testing
good
hardpoint.
times,
Hardpoint lost.
using my equipment.
Hostile artillery targets inactive. Net call. Incoming artillery. Hardpoint lost.
There's 2, great. So they've misrotated every time on this one, so now we're just gonna try to get to the new one and end it here. My controller's
Hardpoint identified. Hardpoint is secure.
Yeah, so 15-14, that's about how it goes. Usually, so 1.57 I think my win-loss was, so I'm going to win like 2 out of every 3 games-ish. That KD is obviously probably a little bit better, but this is a good map. I get put on a checkmate, it's probably going to be a little bit uglier. That's about what it is. So this is pretty standard. Somebody else was good as well, so we went relatively even. Probably caught me in some bad spots because he was rotating at good times, but he also did literally nothing for his team with 10 seconds. Not much of a god there. Then most of these other people are going to be even-ish or negative or just joining. My team, on the other hand, probably has it a little bit easier. Yeah, there's a couple guys that this guy actually balled out, no lie, but he is in the same boat as this dude where he didn't do anything for the team. But yeah, that's about how it goes. I think that's pretty representative of an average game in this kind of lobby. You can see a lot of videos on YouTube where somebody with a 2KD joins and just gets blasted by other people, and that's just not how it goes, if I'm being honest. You have a 2KD, so obviously if you were getting wrecked all the time, you're not going to have a 2KD anymore. So that's about all I have for this one. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.